Five Nights at Freddy's Endo series. This right here is my secret box, alright? And, well, if I show you what's inside it, it ain't gonna be a secret box anymore. So, it's for me to know and for you to never, ever, ever find out what's inside. What? Wait, what's that you say? You'll leave a like and subscribe. Okay, you can look inside. So, welcome guys to another Five Nights at Freddy's merch review video. Today, we're going to be opening this mysterious Five Nights at Freddy's Endo series box from the Jazwares vault. So on my channel, I've gone over the main Endo series for both Freddy and also Bonnie, and we did also go over the main action figures. Now, before I do open this mysterious box, one thing I did want to point out between the Endo series and also the main action figures is that the Endo series animatronics are actually way bigger than the regular toy action figures, which you can see because I have them side by side right here. So if you had to ask me, what do I like more? Do I like the Endo series more or the main action figures more? Don't get me wrong, I do like the main action figures, but the Endo series animatronics is way more superior in my honest opinion. And well, this video is actually about a exclusive Endo series box that you can only get from the Jazwares vault. So if you want to get this mysterious box for yourself, there will be a link in the description to the Jazwares vault page for it. And I bet you guys already know what's inside this mysterious box, considering it's, you know, probably in the title and thumbnail. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy on up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's go ahead and pop off the lid. Oh, this is a really nice box. I mean, it's just a cardboard box, but like, it's pretty fancy. So go ahead and open it on up and let's see what is inside. Oh, here it is. Five Nights at Freddy's Classic Freddy and Shadow Freddy Endo series. So yeah, this is a exclusive version of the Freddy Endo series, but instead of Withered Freddy, we get a Shadow Freddy suit. So if we look at the bottom corner of the box, we can see that there is a little sticker on it for Jazwares Vault exclusive. So again, this is something you can only get from their online store. So it does have the main Endo skeleton, the FNAF 1 Freddy suit, but the thing we're going to be looking at is the Shadow Freddy suit, a retextured version of Withered Freddy. And you can also see that he does come with his own silver eyes. But other than that, I think the box is pretty much the same. Obviously, it says Shadow Freddy at the bottom instead of Withered Freddy. If I turn the box over, we can see that it has the main three, Endo, Freddy, and Shadow Freddy. And it actually doesn't have the bottom four animatronics that the other box has, which you can see in the distance over here, that this box actually has Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy at the bottom of it. So this is actually just a close-up of the main three characters on the back. And also, one other interesting detail is the box is a perfect rectangle with the Five Nights at Freddy's logo on the top left corner. But something with the other Endo series boxes is that they actually have like a little lip where they can actually hang on racks in shelves. So this part of the box actually sticks outwards, and you can clearly see it if I flip it over to the front right here. Yeah, we have the back part of the box that sticks out with the classic Freddy box, but then with this box right here, it is just a perfect rectangle. All right, let's go ahead and open this bad boy on up. Don't worry, Shadow Freddy, you will be free. You will be free. All right, here we go, boys. Here we go. Shadow Freddy and a FNAF 1 Freddy. So obviously, I've gone over the FNAF 1 Freddy suit in my previous Endo review. So again, today we are only going to be focusing on the Shadow Freddy. We also do have the instructions inside, which it looks like, yeah, it's just a mold of Withered Freddy. So I'm guessing, yeah, the exact same as the other instructions that come with FNAF 1 Freddy and also Withered Freddy. So I'm gonna set this box all the way over there, and now let's go ahead and lift open this cover right here. Well, before we do, we can get a closer look. So again, we do have the silver eyes in their own slot. So with classic Freddy and classic Withered Freddy, with their set, they only come with the eyes with the Endo skeleton, but this one comes with two sets of eyes. So you have the default Endo skeleton blue eyes, and you also have the silver eyes. All right, let's get this guy on out of here. Please do not let the Endo parts go flying. All right, and just one more little tab, And come on, come on, come on. Get out of there. Come on, come on, come on. Endo Bendo, give it up. No, no, I don't want to be free. I broke him. His arms and his legs flew off. Oh, well, it is completely fine. So there we go. Shadow Freddy's suit. Also, Freddy Fazbear kind of got messed up. So let me go ahead and get these guys out of the packaging. Again, I've already checked out Classic Freddy before. So now I got a spare Classic Freddy suit. All right, I've gone ahead and taken the suits out of the packaging. And now we got Mr. Endo Bendo. I will get those silver eyes on out here in a second. So first of all, with the Endo skeleton, he's the exact same as the Endo skeleton from the Classic Endo Freddy series. Again, the Classic Endo series Endo skeleton head has the black jaw and the black eyelids, where the Bonnie Endo skeleton only has the gray jaw and also the gray eyelids. Also, this Endo skeleton head's kind of loose. It's like, I can spin in a circle. So, okay, actually, yeah, the joints are not that stiff on this Endo skeleton. Okay, they're a little stiff, but not as bad as the other Endo skeleton I had for the Classic Endo Freddy series. Yeah, this one is actually pretty smooth. Hooray, I'm a fancy Endo Bendo. So, Mr. Endo Bendo, we're gonna turn you into Shadow Freddy. Oh boy, I'm gonna become a Shadow Freddy Fazbear. So in order to turn this beautiful Endo Bendo into a Shadow Freddy, we gotta rip off his arms and legs. No, please, my arm, my feet, no, don't do that. So yeah, we're gonna turn this guy into a Shadow Freddy, and since I have Withered Freddy in the back, we can actually compare him to Withered Freddy. So there we go, all of his arms have been ripped off, and now I'm going to go ahead and put him together. So again, Shadow Freddy is basically the exact same as Withered Freddy, but obviously, you know, he's purple. That's the main difference, is he's just a purple Freddy Fazbear. So first of all, we have is the pelvis piece, and then we have his torso. So there we go, he has the main suit on. Let's go, I got me some body armor. And then I am going to do his legs. So I do have his legs in the same order, and also his arms as well from the packaging, so I made sure I don't get the left and the right leg mixed up. There we go, that is his right leg put on. There we go, he's looking pretty snazzy. Hooray, I'm turning into a real Freddy Fazbear. So now let me go ahead and do his left leg. There we go, look at this guy, he's got him some fancy legs. So now we just got to do both of his arms. So obviously we gotta plop his little Shadow Freddy hand into the Endo skeleton, and after we do his arms, then we can do his mask. There we go, Endo Bendo is now in the Shadow Freddy suit. Oh, look at them arms. So yeah, again, all of the withering is the exact same as Withered Freddy. Basically, it's just Withered Freddy, but he is painted purple. So before we put on the Shadow Freddy head, we do need to take out the Endo eyes for the silver eyes. You know what, before we do that, let's see what Shadow Freddy looks like with the regular Endo skeleton eyes. So let's go ahead and put this guy's jaw on like so. There we go, clipped into place. And then all we have left is the Shadow Freddy head. So let's go ahead and pop this on off. And let's go ahead and put this guy together like so. So he's got the back of the mask, and then he's got the front, and boom. There we go. Oh, this looks so cursed. Purple Withered Freddy. So yeah, Shadow Freddy isn't supposed to have the blue eyes, but oh my gosh, bro. Oh, brother, I thought I lost you. I've always been with you. I've always been in your shadow. What? Oh my gosh, it's almost like you're Shadow Freddy. That's crazy. So yeah, so Shadow Freddy with the regular eyes is basically just a purple Withered Freddy. And again, they have the exact same withering in all the same spots, and the only difference is Shadow Freddy is purple. So let's go ahead and put in his proper eyes. So we got to take off his Shadow Freddy mask, so that way we can access the Endo skeleton. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. It seems like the mask is like the only stiff part. Oh, it just does not want to come off the Endo skeleton. So really quickly, this is a look at the eyes. Obviously, you have the black, and then you have the white pupil, and then the actual base of the eye is just gray. So that's the part that'll go into the Endo skeleton. And then we have the exact same with his other eye as well. So Mr. Endo Bendo, say goodbye to your eyes. No, please. Oh my gosh, his eyes are actually, dang, this endoskeleton's eyes are easy to pull out. Dang, bro, dang, oh dang. All right, and then I gotta make sure I put these eyes in properly where the eyelids are facing the right way. So first of all, we have this eye right there. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. And then we have his other eye, which goes in like so. So we have the endoskeleton with the black eyes. Oh, there we go. Endo Bendo's possessed. So again, that's really nice that it does come with 2 sets of eyes for the Shadow Freddy exclusive. So let's go ahead and put his mask back on so we can see Shadow Freddy in all of his glory. Oh, there we go. Shadow Freddy in all of his proper glory. Oh, he looks so freaking cool. So there you go. Shadow Freddy, again, he's basically the exact same as Withered Freddy, but he is purples. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the obvious criticism here with Shadow Freddy. So obviously, Shadow Freddy is supposed to be based off of Shadow Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And sure, Shadow Freddy and also Withered Golden Freddy have like the exact same body withering as Withered Freddy, but the main withering difference that they're mainly known for is one, the missing ear. So both Withered Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy are missing this ear, and they do also have some wires coming out of the ear, and they do also have a few little wires coming out of the eyes. But obviously that is not replicated in the Shadow Freddy figurine because it is basically just a retextured version of Withered Freddy. So if they were trying to go for more game accuracy, that would be really cool if they would have done the wire effect from the ears and also the wires from the mask, because that's like all they had to do was just change the actual mask piece. That's like the only thing that needs to be changed, is just this front mask piece, but everything else is completely fine with Shadow Freddy and looks fantastic. And also, I guess another criticism as well that's kind of interesting is that this is Shadow Freddy with classic Freddy. So again, you do get a regular FNAF 1 Freddy in this bundle as well. So it would have been cool if this regular Freddy was like a Shadow FNAF 1 Freddy. Obviously, we don't really get to see a proper FNAF 1 Shadow Freddy in Five Nights at Freddy's. The only closest thing we have is the Shadow Freddy sprite from the FNAF 3 minigame representing a purple version of FNAF 1 Freddy. So it would have been cool if the regular Freddy suit was also purple in this pack as well. So then it would just straight up be a exclusive Shadow Freddy pack with a classic Shadow Freddy and then Withered Shadow Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And actually, while we're on that topic, I know it's confirmed that there is eventually going to be a Endo series for Chica and Foxy. We are still just waiting for them to come out. And again, whenever they do come out, I am down to do a review video on them if you guys want. But hopefully in the future, we could actually get a Endo series for Golden Freddy. So that way it could come with classic Golden Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 1, and then also Withered Golden Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So again, that's the only thing that kind of sucks about the Shadow Freddy right here, is that he doesn't have the withering effect from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 for his mask. But besides that, he is still a really cool figurine. I still think he looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I really do think this guy is really cool. So yeah, but the fact that they've done a Shadow Freddy exclusive, I wonder what other exclusives they could do in the future if they do anymore. I mean, obviously the biggest highlight is a Withered Golden Freddy, but besides that, the only other characters I could really think about that would kind of work with the Endo series would be like the Phantoms. Like we could get like a exclusive for Phantom Freddy or Phantom Foxy in the future, maybe even Phantom Chica. So I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see as time goes on. But how do you guys feel about this Shadow Freddy action figure? I think it is cool that we do actually have a exclusive. Again, it's only the withering. That's my main criticism with this guy. But other than that, I think he looks really, really cool. So again, let's go ahead and have him side by side with the regular Withered Freddy. So there he is. Brother, what happened to you? Your eyes. I am evil. Oh my gosh, scary! It's almost like we're from a horror game. And then we also can compare him to Mr. Withered Bonnie, because obviously Bonnie is purple or blue, whatever color you want to say, but you can see the different shading going on right here, so you ain't gonna be able to get these parts mixed up, because Shadow Freddy, he is the definition of purple, alright? You can say whatever color you want to say for Mr. Bonnie the Bunny, but Shadow Freddy, oh, he is a dark purple, all right. So yeah, these are the three Endo series withered animatronics I currently have. Again, in the future, we should get withered Chica and also withered Foxy, and hopefully later on down the road, we could actually see a withered golden Freddy. Okay, wait, before I end the video, I just noticed something kind of weird about the box. Going back to the box, if you look closely, the glow eyes is actually a picture of a toy Freddy from the Toy Freddy action figure, but then the classic Freddy and classic Bonnie box have their respectable FNAF 1 variations for the glow eye picture. So that's kind of interesting that Toy Freddy's actually on the box for the Endo series. That's kind of weird. But again, this is a Jazwares Vault exclusive, so if you guys were wanting to get this figurine for yourself, there will be a link in the description below to where you can purchase this guy. And again, that's basically everything inside the Five Nights at Freddy's Endo series box. Oh yeah, one other thing if you wanted to do is you could actually mix and match up the eyes. That's the really cool thing about the Endo series, is that you can mix and match parts with all the other Endo series animatronics you collect. So if I take out one of his eyes and if I put it in Withered Freddy over here, so now Withered Freddy has a blue eye and also a silver eye. Let's go ahead and put his mask back on. Come on, Freddy Fazbear. Oh, I'm trying. There we go. There's my mask. And then we can kind of make him look like how he does on the party room camera from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Because on one of the cameras, when Withered Freddy's in the party room, the lighting is like covers up kind of his face with some shadow effects and also like makes his eye look kind of possessed like that. So you could give Withered Freddy one possessed eye and then one regular eye. Or if you wanted to, we could actually give him both possessed eyes. Oh, there we go. Possessed Withered Freddy Endo skeleton. So let's go ahead and put his mask back on. So this is regular Withered Freddy with the silver eyes. So let's go ahead and put the back of his mask on. Oh, there we go. That looks so creepy. So that's definitely one of the highlights of getting the Shadow Freddy Endo series exclusive, is that you could take the silver eyes from him and give him to any of the other Endo series animatronics. So we could also give these eyes to Withered Bonnie if we wanted to, and we could also give it to a classic Freddy and a classic Bonnie. Oh, I'm done on the inside. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's Endo series video. So there you go, the Jazwares Vault exclusive Shadow Freddy. So again, I will have a link in the description below if you guys do want to get this Jazwares Vault exclusive for yourself. I really do like him. Again, my only criticism is the withering and also the fact that we also just get a regular classic Freddy instead of like a exclusive version of the FNAF 1 Freddy suit. But I gotta say, the silver eyes are a huge highlight of this figurine, and again, it's just the withering for the ear and the eye, but I can live without it because I still think this guy is really cool. So make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys do want me to check out the Endo series for Chica and also Foxy when they do release. Wait, what the hell? I was gonna put Withered Freddy's eyes back in, but I just realized if you remove Withered Freddy's eyes, the endoskeleton head for Withered Freddy actually has the red eye pupils, while Withered Bonnie's doesn't. Oh, okay. That's weird. Why does Withered Freddy's endoskeleton have that, but Withered Bonnie's over here doesn't? Because, yeah, the red eyes inside the endoskeleton head, that would look really cool for Withered Bonnie. What the heck? How did I only... What the heck? Why is it like that with Freddy's endoskeleton head? Yeah, what the heck? Because the Shadow Freddy endoskeleton, the endoskeleton that came with Shadow Freddy, doesn't have the red eyes inside the endoskeleton. So, what the heck? Why is it like that with Freddy's? Because Freddy's has the black jaw, but the endoskeleton that came with Bonnie has the gray jaw, and he doesn't have any red eyes. So what the heck? Why is it like that? That's so weird and random. Okay, so if you wanted to, I guess you could take the endoskeleton from the classic Freddy series with the Withered Freddy suit and give it to Withered Bonnie, because dang, those eyes look way better. Those look way better for Withered Bonnie, because in my video I was like, it would be cool if they somehow gave Withered Bonnie his red eyes. And meanwhile, this endoskeleton over here had the red eyes the whole time. What the heck? Bonus section. Yeah, that's right. You stay to the end of this video, and I respect that. So you get a bonus section. So I have one more piece of Jazwares Five Nights at Freddy's merch to show you guys, and that is the Freddy Fazbear plushie. Jumbo edition. What the heck, bro? He's huge. I had a mega mushroom from Super Mario. So I found out about this guy a few days after I made my first merch review video going over the main Jazwares plushies, and that is that there is a 20-inch jumbo version of the classic Freddy Fazbear plushie. So this guy is actually a Target exclusive, so you can only get this guy at Target, but this guy is 20 inches tall, and oh my gosh, this guy is massive. So I mean, that's basically it. It's just a jumbo version of the classic Jazwares Freddy Fazbear plushie. So the tag is the exact same where it says classic Freddy, however the tag is attached to the ear, while the tag for the regular plushie is just on his hand. And if we have this guy side by side, oh my gosh, bro, yo, the regular Freddy plushie would like fit inside his arm or just like one of his legs. That is how jumbo this plushie is. But yo, look at this guy. So he does also have the top hat, and the top hat's actually really nice. I think the top hat's way nicer with the jumbo plushie than the regular plushie, because like the regular plushie just has like a thin line of fabric for the main base of the top hat, but then the jumbo Freddy actually has a thicker outline, and I think the thicker outline is actually way better than the thin outline for the top hat. So he's got his top hat, he even has his beautiful bow tie underneath his head, but it's kind of hard to see because he's got that big old nose of his. Honk 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 Freddy Fazbear, honk honk. Also, I kind of want to do a comparison between the Funko plushies. So like I've said before, I do have my original Funko Freddy Fazbear plushie in this beautiful display case because, you know, he's an antique. But if we have this guy side by side, we can see that the Jazwares one is just slightly bigger than the Funko Freddy plushie. And then we also do have the two different jumbo Funko Freddy plushies. So first of all, I have the classic jumbo Freddy. So this is the 16-inch jumbo Funko Freddy. So this is him side by side with the Jazwares jumbo Freddy. So obviously this guy's a little smaller because he's 16 inches. And then this guy over here is the classic 20 inches. And then I also have the mega jumbo Funko Freddy plushie, which I forget off the top of my head how many inches tall this guy is, but this guy is a giant. So the Jazwares jumbo Freddy plushie is right in between the size difference for the two different jumbo Funko plushies. So yeah, we got some jumbo plushies, but Freddy Fazbear, he fits in perfectly. So yeah, again, there isn't really much of a difference between the jumbo Freddy and also the regular Freddy. The only difference is that, well, you know, he's jumbo. And again, the jumbo Freddy plushie can only be found at Target, so he is a Target exclusive. So it looks like there are 3 Jazwares exclusives in total. Oh, well, actually, I guess 4 with Nightmare On. So you have Nightmare On at Hot Topic, the jumbo Freddy plushie at Target, the toy action figure 4-pack at Target, and then also the Jazwares Vault Shadow Freddy Endo series exclusive. So I'm pretty sure that's all the exclusives to my knowledge currently, but if there's more in the future that you guys want me to check out, let me know in the comments below. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching till the end. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.